Skinny.
Carly Pearce will drop her self-titled album on Valentine's Day in 2020. She shared the news on social media, saying so much has happened to her in the last few years. She grew up, fell in love, and found Carly fully for the first time ever. Dolly Parton shared a new trailer for her upcoming Netflix series called Dolly Parton's Heartstrings. All the shows are inspired by the music of Dolly, and it comes out November 22nd.
The songs that I've written, they're stories of my life. Every triumph, every struggle, every smile, every sorrow. It's the melody of my memories. It's the sound of my heartstrings.
Luke Combs shared in a recent interview that he actually wanted to be a homicide detective. He says it interested him because it's a puzzle that has no pieces, so you have to make the pieces and put it all together. I'm Morgan number 2. That's your Skinny.
And with some teachers who were teaching in Sacramento during the class. And so I was kind of on with them, just kind of talking to the class, and they were asking me questions about the show. They said, tell you hi.
Hi.
And they said, hey, who are you taking to the CMA Awards? Which I don't have an answer yet. I think they were wanting some behind-the-scenes, gossip.
Oh, for sure.
And I would have told them. I told them some other gossip, but I didn't tell them. And they were like, are you taking a date? I said, well, who do you think I should take? And this is their words. And if I needed to get them on the phone, I could, although it's really early there. They said, well, they love you, Amy. They said, well, here's the thing with Amy. She already now has elevated and gets to do a bunch of cool things already. So they're like, we love her, but you don't need to take her. She gets to do all kinds of stuff. And they're like, has she been with you before? I said, yeah. She goes, yeah, you pass on Amy. And then they said, well, you don't want to take a dude.
They said that?
Yeah. So I was like, all right. They said, you should take Morgan number 2. That was that's their wish. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I do love the Teachers of America.
Yeah.
Amy was lecturing me out, and we won't say anything specific, but she's like, you should take your ex-girlfriend. I won't say which one.
It's not exactly how I said it at all.
Can you imagine?
Okay.
What?
Well, without anybody knowing any context around that, that sounds really random and weird, but it's actually not. And it's not happening, but it's just obviously people don't know. We're not saying anything. Never mind. Why'd you even bring that up?
That's what I do here on this show.
I know.
We just bring it up. Hey, I was driving home day before yesterday, and I saw a woman eating a bowl of soup in her car as she was driving.
Oh, wow.
Now, I've seen some people do some weird stuff, clip their nails, be on the phone, but she was eating a bowl of soup, and it wasn't cereal. I actually pulled up next to her and could see her eating the bowl of soup. So I want to know what's the craziest thing you've ever seen a driver doing on the road. So you guys think about that in the room.
Okay.
And also you can call, too, 877-77-BOBBY. You mad at me now?
For what?
For saying that you said you should take an ex-girlfriend?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Because I don't like it when you're mad at me and you hold it to the end of the show.
No, I'm not. It's fine.
Morgan number 2 won the draft yesterday with her vegetables of potatoes, carrots, and lettuce.
Yeah.
And she's one win away from the championship. Amy finished last. You will not play next. Best advertising slogans is tomorrow.
Love it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. And the first pick will be Raymundo. Yeah! What do you think you're going to go with right now? You don't have to commit to it, but if you had to go right now.
I might go political.
What?
What? Make America Great Again?
Wow. I didn't even think about that.
Do it.
It's just been such a big slogan.
It has been a huge...
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean that
Wow, Raymundo, I'm going to tell you. That didn't even pop in my head.
Yeah. I know. I was like, give me a break.
I was like, I'm loving it.
Right. I was
I'm writing all those down.
Run
Good
for the border.
Wow. I see, sometimes you guys amaze me. I didn't even think about that one. Look at you. Okay, well, tomorrow. Oh, I'm not. Mike D just wrote a note up on the wall because I have these screens in front of me. And so if I'm talking about something, and mostly if I miss a point, he'll be like, hey, you messed up. And he wrote potential Bobby CMA dates as the next draft.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
That's funny, Mike.
We're not going to do that one, but that's pretty funny. Tomorrow, the draft will be advertising slogans. The next segment will be things you've seen in cars. You're driving down the road, people doing something next to you. That's next. Call us now. Back in 1 second.
Did you know you can text us? Text Bobby, that's 26229, to send us a message.
Message and data rates may apply.
Driving down the road, I see a woman eating soup. And I was like, is that for real? And it was. We stopped, and she was eating soup. Can't eat soup and drive.
That's hard.
Do I need to put that into legislation somewhere? You obviously can't text and drive. You know? No soup.
No. And how I would spill that everywhere, too.
Richard in Texas, you're on the Bobby Bone Show. Richard, what's going on, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. What'd you see?
All right, so I didn't actually get to actively see it. So I work for fire service, and we responded to an 18-wheeler that crashed because the guy was actually trying to wash his hair while he was driving his 18-wheeler.
Wow. Wow, double.
But
One
how?
wash hair, two 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
Yeah, on top of it all, it was an 18-wheeler.
Amy asked how.
Yeah.
Oh, so now the best I can tell is he was either using a shower cap of some kind or something to, like, contain it. I'm not 100% sure. When we got there, his hair was actually still wet and actually was still kind of sudsy. And he went off the road.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was anybody hurt?
No.
Then it's hilarious. Yeah. Wow, if not, that sucks. You're driving a big old truck, it could really hurt someone, and you're washing your hair.
Yeah.
You trying to get to prom?
I guess
Where are you driving the 18-wheeler to? The formal?
Sometimes you have to get a load to a destination on time, and you need to wash your hair.
A load.
Richard, I
that's
appreciate that, man. Thank you for the call.
All right, man.
See you
Love
later.
You guys. Thanks.
Let me go to Lois in Ohio. We're talking about driving down the road. You look over in somebody's car, and they're doing something they probably shouldn't be doing in their car. What did you see?
When blow drying their hair, they must have had an adapter in their car. I'm like, what in the world is that lady doing?
That's actually awesome.
Do they have electric blow dryers maybe that you don't have to plug in?
Maybe they do, but some cars have outlets. So, I mean, I
Like
have
SUVs?
as a passenger in my husband's car, I have taken my hair straightener before. when he's rushing me, I'm like, fine, I'll just do my hair in the car. And I plug it right in. Yeah. He has like a F-150 with a plug.
Lois, did you look at him like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, this person is really taking advantage of their driving time. It's like, okay.
And you know,
that was different.
We do laugh a little bit here, but here's the thing. You're driving thousands of pounds down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, ton.
It's a weapon.
And if you're not focused and you drive into the wrong thing, you could be severely hurt. But even worse, somebody else could be severely hurt. I'm so anti-text and drive now. And I'm not going to lie and act like if I'm at a light, I don't pick up my phone and look at it sometimes. But I have really eliminated 99% of the time my phone in my hand while my car's moving. I'm proud of that, too, because I never thought I'd be that person. It's like, no way. I'm going down. That's the hill I'm dying on. It's texting and driving. It rules. But it doesn't. Because if you do accidentally hit someone, you're going to wish you had never had your phone. You'd be like, why did I have my phone in my hand? It's just not worth it. So don't text and drive. Let me do Kaylee in South Carolina. Is this your brother you're going to tell about?
Hey, hello.
Yeah, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, so I was actually in the car with my brother while he was typing a paper on the way to school.
Wait, he couldn't tell you and you type it for him?
I guess he didn't trust me or something.
He would rather trust himself while driving to type a paper than let his sister type the paper for him?
Yeah, and he only got like a C+ on the paper. It wasn't even that good.
Appreciate that call. Amy, what do you have? Anything?
I've seen an 18-wheeler driver reading a book. So that
crazy.
Yeah. And that was a couple years ago.
Reading a book.
I don't think I've seen anything too crazy lately, but
the guy's consuming Moby Dick while driving 1 million pounds down the freeway.
yeah, I was like, man, have you heard of audiobooks? They're great.
That too. Yeah. Lunchbox?
I saw a woman. She was painting her toenails. She had her left foot up on the, like, kind of by the where the
driving.
Yeah, because it was like, you know, traffic. You're going about 10 miles an hour, and she had her left foot up there, and she's painting it as she's going.
Wild. Eddie?
I saw a guy not too long ago, maybe a couple months ago. He was making coffee, like a French press coffee thing. He was actually like putting coffee in there and like pushing the little thing down and pouring it. Like, wow. Okay.
Morgan, number 2, have you seen a driver do anything?
Yeah, they had an iPad with Netflix up on their dashboard. They were watching a show as they were driving down the road.
See, what were they watching though? Like that matters.
Was it sports?
Jack Ryan's back.
Thank you all for the calls. Let me say again as I end this segment that it's just not worth not being focused. I know that's a double negative, but take it for what it is. If you do rear end someone or you do hurt someone and it's because your car was moving and you were doing something dumb, you're going to go, why did I even do that? It was the dumbest thing to do. It's just not worth it. So let's say this is the more you know.
Yes.
Let's say this is because your life, you'll owe a ton of money or somebody will be hurt. Even texting and driving, if you're listening right now, don't do it. I know it's convenient, but it ain't that important. Even if you have to make a deal with yourself, I'm not going to do it till the stoplight. And you shouldn't even do that, but I do. And you know what happens? I'm at the light, and the car's in P, or I'm a foot on the gas, and somebody honks at me, meep, meep, and I'm like, you know what? Rather have that than accidentally hit somebody with a car.
Mm-hmm.
The more you know. Thank you. Thomas Rhett, 16, Bobby Bone Show. Canceled the wedding, and she canceled the wedding after she got a bunch of donations from friends and family to pay for the wedding. So in all, she had raised about $30,000 for the wedding. And then what do? Do you give the money back? And the answer is yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's still going to go on the honeymoon
But,
that they paid for. What do you think about that?
With the chicken
With the money.
friend. I mean, no, that just doesn't seem right. That's not what people donated for.
A bride-to-be has angered friends, family, and strangers after she revealed she was canceling her upcoming winter wedding that she's collected all this money for. And she's like, hey, it'll still be put to good use for the elaborate honeymoon, even though they're not married.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still going to go on the honeymoon. And she's like, everybody relax. We're still going to go on our fun trip.
I mean, that's
dirty,
just
right?
So dirty.
A fraction of what was donated, but still, that's that's not right. Anybody could say, oh, I'm planning this awesome thing, and then last minute cancel it and keep all the money.
Jose in Austin, you're on the phone. Appreciate you calling. Jose, what's going on?
Hey, Bobby. Good morning, studio.
Morning.
I was wondering if you ever got your Popeye sandwich yesterday.
No, I didn't. Here's what happened, though. And I documented it on the post show because I had a friend who was out running errands, and I was like, hey, would you grab me a Popeye? Like she could just grab it. Like she could just walk by and just pick one
Run
up
through
real
the
quick.
drive-through.
I was like, hey, would you mind grabbing me a Popeye chicken sandwich? And she's like, all right, I'll be out for like an hour and a half or so. And so she goes to Popeye. She goes, they're sold out. They're just completely out. And it was like 10:30 in the morning. She goes, they're sold out of Popeye sandwiches. I said, okay, well, there's another one. I Googled it and found the one. There's another one like 10 minutes away. And she goes over and goes, well, they don't have any, but a truck just got here of chicken sandwiches, but they're all frozen. And so I couldn't get one there. And then there was another one she got to where they did have some. And
Oh my gosh, you went to 3?
And there was an hour line.
Oh.
And so by that point, I felt like I'd run her all over town. And I was like, no, don't worry about it. So I still have not had the Popeye's chicken sandwich. I did try. And I tell you this, too, in yesterday's post show, if you listen to the podcast, Lunchbox has a potato guy that goes to gas stations. And I got to hit him up today.
Potato Mountain 615.
Potato Mountain _615 on Instagram. Did we track his followers before we talked to him? Does anybody know what it was?
He was at 11.5, I believe.
Okay. Because we talked to him yesterday for a long time. The guy's hustling, driving around potatoes. Lunchbox says he's great. I got to try to get him for a potato today.
Just call him. He'll drive. He'll pop the trunk and he'll pull out a potato, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
So I want to get me a Popeye chicken sandwich and a potato from Potato Mountain. That'd be the greatest dinner ever. So I did not yet, Jose. Have you had one?
Not yet. I'm trying hopefully today.
Oh, you're like me then.
Yes.
Hey, you want to take a shot in this Never Gonna Get It, Jose?
Not at the moment. I'm dropping off my daughter at school. I have to go in right now.
You can't play but you can win $1 million. Oh, we lost today.
Sorry,
all right,
man.
Jose, you got to go. Talk to you soon, bud.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
He's being honest. I like that.
He's like, I just really wanted to know if you.
He's
got the
like,
chicken
listen,
sandwich.
I got
It's
time for
fine."
no stupid game. I'm just seeing if you got that chicken.
Sorry, buddy.
All right, Never Gonna Get It time. According to a new survey, moms handle this decision in 60% of families. Dads handle this decision 20%. What is it? Okay. According to a new survey, moms handle this decision 60%. Dads handle it 20%.
Okay.
What is it? Think about that. We'll come back. We'll give you the answer. We'll see if the show can get it right first. And if not, we'll grab a caller and put them on, see if they can get it.
Oh, I've got it.
Never Gonna Get It coming up in 3 minutes. Goodbye.
The morning show's official YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Bobby Bones Show, and subscribe today.
So moms handle this decision 60%. Dads handle it 20%. What's that decision? Let's go to Alicia in Arkansas, who has called the show. Alicia, it's a Never Gonna Get It. Go ahead.
Is it grocery shopping?
It is not grocery shopping.
Thank you.
All right. Hit me with that Never Gonna Get It clip. Here it is. Amy.
I have what's for dinner.
Not right.
Okay.
Solid guess. Lunchbox.
Oh, it's easy. Naming the kids.
Not right. Eddie.
Bedtime.
Not right. Solid guesses all the way around, but that's why you'll never get it. One more call. Let's go to Lindsay in Austin. You're on the air. Hi, Lindsay.
I said the same thing Eddie did. I said kids' bedtime.
Yeah.
Not it, huh?
Not it. Sorry.
Oh, I think I got it now.
It is actually hiring a babysitter.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So if the moms are 60%, the dad's 20%, where's the other?
It could be together.
Okay.
It could be randomly.
That makes sense.
It could
stranger.
be the kid. Yeah. It could be an app.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
the other things.
Yeah.
Are that 20%. All right, that's never going to get it. And you know what? Nobody got it. So there you go. Luke Combs, Beautiful Crazy, Bobby Bone Show. Appreciate you guys. Do we want to do a 60-second showdown?
Yes.
Sure.
Looking at Mike.
Oh.
Yeah, we want to do one?
Oh.
All right, $100
that's
up for
me.
grabs. Second showdown. Let's go over to Tina in Florida, who is on the phone right now. Hey, Tina, welcome to the Bobby Bone Show. How's your morning going so far?
Good. I had my coffee, so I'm good.
Okay.
Still in bed, though.
It's actually Gina, not Tina.
Okay. Gina. Maybe you said Tina because you weren't fully caffeinated yet.
No, it's already gone. I drank it all.
All right, what kind of coffee do you have? Tell me what you drink.
Oh, it's a long name. It's a triple iced espresso with coffee nut and white mocha.
Whenever you have to say that to the screen, do you feel ridiculous every time, or at this point have you just accepted it?
Because they cut me off before I get done singing it all.
And then what do you say? You're like, whoa, 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 I have more.
No, yeah. I'm like, well, I'm not done. And then she's like, okay, what else? And I'm like, I finished the order. And she's like, okay, what else? Yeah, there's nothing else. I just want the coffee.
Are you in your car right now, or are you at work or bed?
Yes, I'm working, and I'm sitting in my car.
Okay, so here she is. She had her coffee, still kind of asleep. Where do you live in Florida?
Naples.
Naples, Florida. One of all the Apleses, that's like my most favorite.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I love Naples. Okay, so I'm gonna give you two shots here, Tina, because if you win, I will give you $100 of my own money. Yeah, now she's up.
Okay.
And I brought it with me. Okay, because last time it was hard to get it from me. Mike D had to beat me up for a week. Give me that money.
Dang, man.
I know. I think
you all right?
I don't keep cash, but now I have it in my wallet. You have two categories. You can choose from Disney movies. How's that sound? 1 through 10. How's that sound? Disney movies.
Okay. Or.
Wait, 1 through 10. Gina, how do you feel about Disney movies?
I like Disney movies.
Gina, 1 through 10, like a 6, a 7. What do you feel about that?
Probably 6.
Okay. The other category is
But
Bible.
I don't know. What?
Bible trivia.
Oh no, that's not gonna work.
Okay. So you want to go with Disney movie? Those are your two options.
Okay, yeah, we'll do Disney.
If you get all 10 of these questions right in 60 seconds, I will give you $100 of my own cash. Now, Gina, why do I give away my own cash?
Because you love your fans?
Well, yes, but mostly because they won't give me any money to give away, so I have to fund the games myself.
Oh, okay.
It's a very grassroots operation here.
Gotcha.
10 questions. It's 6 seconds a question, basically. If you don't know it, I would suggest you pass when we come back to it, okay?
Okay.
If you miss it, we'll come back to it as well. Are we ready to play, everybody?
Okay. Yeah.
Ready.
60 seconds on the clock. Gina from Naples is on the phone. Gina, are you ready? The category is Disney movies. The timer starts when I finish the first question. Question number 1. Which Disney movie features an elephant that has huge ears and he uses them to fly?
Dumbo.
Correct. Timon and Pumbaa are featured in what Disney movie?
Lion King.
Correct. Colors of the Wind is a song from what Disney movie?
Pocahontas.
Correct. What actor voiced the genie in the original animated Aladdin?
Robin Williams.
Correct. Who is the cowgirl that Woody meets in Toy Story 2?
Dolly.
Incorrect. We'll come back. Bambi's friend Thumper is what kind of animal?
Rabbit.
Correct. What's the name of the princess in The Beauty and the Beast?
Pass.
In which Disney film would you find the Minions?
Minions. Despicable Me.
Correct. Which 2008 Disney movie is about a robot cleaning up Earth in the future?
Pass.
You Can Fly and A Pirate's Life are songs from what classic Disney film? Ooh. She got to the 10th question. If she would have... she's still
I
hurting.
don't know that one.
Let's let her lay there in pain for a
I
second.
don't know that one.
All right, here we go. Dumbo, The elephant, got that. Timon and Pumbaa, I said that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Lion King. Colors of the Wind, Pocahontas. She got all these right, by the way. Genie was voiced by Robin Williams in the original, correct? The cowgirl in Toy Story 2. You said...
Dolly.
Dolly. You were kind of in the right lane-ish. Do you know who it is? Anyone?
Yeah,
No.
Jessie.
Jessie.
Oh.
So it was an E.
Jessie.
Yeah, it was Jessie. You knew Bambi's friend Thumper was a bunny. Belle was in Beauty and the Beast.
Belle.
Oh,
Belle.
I didn't know that one.
I should have known that.
Despicable Me was Minions. Got that one. Wall-E was the robot that
Wall-E.
cleaned up Earth. Wall-E. And then You Can Fly and A Pirate's Life are songs from which classic Disney film? What would you think if you're just guessing?
Pirates of the...
I have no idea.
Think about it. You Can Fly and A Pirate's Life. Context clues.
Aladdin?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, but you're ish. Eddie, you know?
Yeah, Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. Yeah.
Captain Hook.
Oh, yeah, classic. Yeah.
Classic. Hey, Gina, what kind of job? What kind of job do you have?
I do pest control and trapping and
Well, what are you trapping? What's the
Dive
biggest
stuff.
thing you've ever trapped?
an armadillo or a raccoon. They're really big and
you-
mean.
Are you using cages? Or what are you using?
Yeah. Yeah, cages.
And do you take them out in the woods and free them and to go like live your life?
Sometimes.
Oh, gosh.
I don't want
Wait,
to hear. I don't want to hear any more of this.
No.
I don't want to hear any more of this.
You don't want to know the answer to the question.
No, actually, I do because we recently had some animals trapped at our house, and I asked him, "What are you going to go do with it?" I don't know if it. I think it was. Oh man, it was a mama possum and some baby possums or something, and they were so cute. And they told me that they were going to free them in the
They were
wild.
taking them to the farm.
That they have a special place where they do drops.
Yeah.
It's easier to tell people that.
Wait, what
We
I don't even want. Amy, I don't want to
yeah.
talk about this. They go and they live a happy life. Gina,
Gina,
They go on vacation.
will you tell Abby, our phone screener, what you really do? And I'm going to know. I need to know.
What do you think they do?
I don't know. I don't know.
Amy,
She
if
said
they
she
don't
drops
release
them off
them,
down the
do you
street.
think they take them home as their
Instead
personal
of taking
pets?
them in the wild, they just drop them off down the street.
Yeah.
No.
No, Amy.
No.
No, they do not.
All right.
Oh my gosh, she's serious too.
We
by the
have
way.
a 22 at our shop.
What?
Just so you know.
22 animals, Amy. 22 animals.
My mind is blown right
My mind
now.
is telling me no.
No, I refuse to believe this, and I'm really mad at that guy for lying to me. Maybe he really took it to the.
Maybe he
special
goes to a
place.
special farm.
Why did they say that? I'm an adult. I'm paying you for a service. Don't lie to me.
Gina, thank
Gina.
Yeah.
you. Have a good
You're
day.
welcome. I love you guys. I listen to you every day.
Oh, thank you very
Every
much.
day.
Thank you very. I hope this experience was fun for you because you ain't getting no cash.
I mean,
I'm okay with that.
All right, Gina. Have a good day. Bye bye.
You too.
Bye bye. We have one category. I may do it tomorrow. Bible trivia.
That's tough.
That's a tough one. I think I would crush it. By the way,
Probably
You
would.
would.
I was
Yeah.
Bible trivia champ back in the day. But if you want to call us, we could probably get you on hold and set you up for tomorrow to do Bible trivia. Okay, cool. Don't forget, on Friday's show, it's Eddie versus Morgan number 1, who no longer works on the show, in the battle for the CMA.
I'm so ready.
The CMA
Amazing.
Olympics are Friday's show. The trophy, whomever wins gets Eddie's trophy because Eddie promised to Morgan number 1 when we won the CMA.
Right.
If you win, Eddie, you get to keep it, though.
Keep my own trophy. If not, I give it to her.
That's Friday's show. All right, thank you very much. Back in a second, everybody. How fascinating is it when I talk about really old men or women dating really young men or women?
pretty fascinating.
Me too. I see them and I just want to bring them in and talk about it all the time.
Who's next?
Well, Richard Gere
Ooh,
from
yeah.
Pretty Woman.
My favorite.
He's 70 years old. Him and his wife are expecting their second child together. She's 36. Now, 36 is a super healthy adult age. You can make all your decisions. Your brain is fully, it's matured. They say at 26 years old, the female brain's fully matured. To guys, is a little older.
Right.
We're kind of idiots.
We're dumb.
Yeah. What do you think about 70 and 36?
I mean, they're about to have their second baby together. So I guess they've been together a while. All I think about when you say that is when their baby's 10, he's going to be 80. when their baby's graduating from high school, he's going to be almost 90.
Could be dead.
If he's not.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
know.
I worry about that for me. I'm 39. I have no kids.
Well, you're not 70.
Yet.
Slow down.
Yet. Listen, I'm always okay with them because I feel like as long as they're legal, there's nothing happening that's shady, have at it, go do love. We come on and we're like, oh, that's crazy. But then again, we spend 8 seconds with it. We move on with our life. Everybody's moving on with their life.
I mean, I don't
nobody's
care.
really judging. Like,
I just know that I'm not personally attracted to a 70-year-old, but.
yet, maybe that's the right one.
Okay.
My point is, everyone that worries about people putting them in judgment or, oh, they're going to think this about me if I do X, Y, or Z. Here's why you shouldn't worry about that. Because those people you're worried about judging you are spending about 3 seconds of their life worried about you and they're on to something else. Yeah, you're spending all of these minutes, hours worrying about people judging you. It just doesn't add up. So, okay, do what you're going to do. And people may say something about it if they don't fully understand, but they're really going to think about it for just a brief blip of time. And they're going to move on with their life. So even if you are worried about other people saying stuff or thinking stuff, look at it and they're going to move on. Like right now, we're going to do this Richard Gere story. We're going to move off of it.
Yeah.
And Richard Gere's going to live a happy life for years and years and years. Well, maybe a couple, 70. But
Because we probably talked about it when she was pregnant with the first one.
I think we
That it
did.
being
And we don't
weird,
even remember.
And I was
Nope.
like, oh, I forgot
so
about that.
if you're worried about people judging you in the worst way, only know they're judging you for a second because they have other things in their life they're worried about. Who cares? There's so much freedom in understanding that people don't really care about you for the most part that aren't in your circle.
And it's Richard Gere.
What do you mean?
He's hot.
She's hot.
Still?
Oh,
Not still, but if you picture him way
put an old
back.
picture of
Well, that's a lot of people.
Keep a lot of young pictures around the house.
All his movie posters from back in the 80s.
Exactly. Like, you're good to go. It's fun.
It's a cute couple. If they find love, who
It
in the,
totally
who in the
looks
wor-
like-
who in the world are we to go? That ain't right.
But Bobby, when you say cute couple, like look at it again and be like, oh, is that a dad with his daughter?
It definitely could be. It could be. I mean, if you play the numbers really close, it could be a granddaughter. My mom got
That's
pregnant
true.
with me when she was 15 years old.
True.
So, yeah, there you go. They said they're much happier. And good luck with that second kid. But you're right. I often wonder, he's 70. Is he doing it because she wants another kid? Because he can't at 70 be like, I sure would like another baby.
Right.
He can't. What do I know? But got to get me a couple of
He's
those.
like, okay, fine.
couple of those babies.
You can raise it. I'm probably going to be around.
Does that happen
Sure.
to normal people or just celebrities? Or rich people? Does that happen to normal people?
Mix of all.
Okay. Okay, just wondering.
It's a mix of all.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's like the gas station trail mix. Little
It's a good
peanut, little
comparison.
M&M, little raisin, all that there.
All right.
It's time for the good news.
With Amy.
So I love when sports aren't taken so seriously that you can't like have a really cool moment with someone on the team that maybe otherwise wouldn't get to score an 89-yard touchdown. There's this senior on the football team. His name is Tristan Edwards, and he has like this muscular disorder. Like he has muscle weakness, his joints like really hurt, but he's on the football team, and the other team, like they stayed away and didn't tackle him, and he got to score an 89-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
And it's like just really special because it's a senior year.
And
he
his
can go
teammates are
out.
surrounding him, running with him.
Like fans on both sides were cheering for him. And that's just something special that you can do for somebody that otherwise may not ever get that moment.
I'm watching it now. We'll put it up on our Facebook page, Bobby Bone Show, and I mean it's really, really cool. They're in white uniforms with black numbers, and he's running with his teammates surrounding him, and the other team's like, "Hey, go ahead, score the touchdown." It's round 1 playoffs. I'm not sure where the game was. But shout out
Montana.
to I mean like where the game was, what the score was for them to do this.
Like who was winning?
45-0, but
Is that what it was?
yeah.
Well, good for both these coaches too to
Yeah.
agree to this as well. Some things are a lot bigger. I've also seen close games where they do that and they'll allow touchdown, and be
Even
square
it out.
again. Yeah,
Okay, I see. Yeah.
yeah. So there you go. That's what it's all about.
That was Tell Me Something Good.
Russell Dickerson, every little thing, Bobby Bones Show. I saw Russell last night.
Saw that.
There's a picture of us up on my Instagram, Mr. Bobby Bones. Yeah, I saw him. We did the Opry together last night. I'm getting a lot of texts about Minions and Despicable Me not being a Disney movie. Mike D wrote the game. Mike D, would you like to defend yourself here?
It is a Universal movie.
Oh.
I thought it was Disney Pixar.
Well, they're lighting me up over here. What would you like to say to all of them?
I am sorry.
Fair enough.
Mike D writes the games for the show, but he is sorry. It's a great way to go into it. Messed up.
What can he do about it?
The end. Move on, folks. Okay. Well, thank you, Mike D. Mike D, how's it going with your girlfriend, by the way?
It's going really good, yeah.
Mike D is our writer, but Mike D started with me as an intern. How many years ago?
Like almost 10 years ago.
And he's moved his way up and moved cities with us. And his first ever girlfriend is the girl he's dating right now. And you guys started dating when?
About 16 months ago.
About 16 months, 4 days, and 3 hours ago.
I would always say the wrong time, and she's like, it's been longer than that. So I got it down.
You've been together for 16 months?
Yeah.
And she lives in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And you live in Nashville.
Yeah, so a lot of long distance stuff.
You go back and forth how often?
Probably every 3 weeks we try to see each other.
Are you FaceTiming every night?
Every night. Talk all the time.
Are you talking about the next stage, or are you just kind of letting the long distance thing just run right now and you figure it out later?
I think we're at the point now where we're talking about like the next stage because she's in grad school right now and she has about a year left. So it's like, what's going to happen after that? So we're starting to look at that.
How old are you?
I am 28.
And she is?
25.
It's good. And she's finishing grad school. Like in what type of career?
It's like public health.
He
Well,
knows.
I asked him like a broad generic because he
It's
probably could have told me exactly what she was doing.
Right. Yeah, but it's public health. So she does a lot of like research for like diseases and she wants to get into cancer research.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is she smarter than you?
Oh, a lot smarter than
That's
I
how to
am.
do it. That's exactly it. I'm so driven to find someone way, way smarter than me. And it's not that hard to do, to find somebody smarter than me. So, and you guys are happy. 1 through 10 scale right now?
We're a 10.
That's a good answer, even if you're not. That's a good answer. There it is. Any advice on the long distance, Lunchbox? Because you did that for a long time.
Well, I mean, he's nailing. If he's FaceTiming every night, that's more than what we did. And you're going every 3 weeks, that's more than what we did. So I don't have any advice because you seem to be nailing it.
Will you get engaged before?
That's what I was going to ask. Will she move before you get engaged?
I think we would have to be engaged before she moved here. It's kind of like she's not going to move here for a boyfriend.
Fair.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you guys will get engaged before she finishes the year of school?
Possibly.
Do you think you'll beat Ray?
I have no idea. He said the end of the year, so I don't know.
Yeah. Eddie, you going to say something?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I thought about this the other night. If she had to come up to Mike D and say, like, hey, I have a job and I need you to move, would Mike D leave the show for her?
Oh, that's a great question. Hey, Mike D, she says me or the highway.
Oh, man, that's a big one.
It's highway. It's highway.
I would find a way to make it work.
It's a good answer.
I'm not opposed to it.
It's a great answer.
Yeah, it's a good answer because you don't have to pay. Eddie's not holding you, binding you.
No.
to anything.
I just thought about it the other night when you posted a picture. I'm like, I wonder if he would leave the show for her.
I've had conversations with Mike too. It's like, hey, if you ever want to go and do your own show, like I'll help you do that. Like what? Because I think Mike, in his own capacity, could do mini shows, and so maybe that's
it.
The caveat. I never want to lose Mike. Mike's my main guy here. He travels with me. We do everything. But all right. Well, I'm happy that you're happy.
Thank you.
And I like her. And she's smarter than you and cuter than you, and that's what you want.
I got lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. I'm so happy for you. Yes, Lunchbox.
I was going to say, doesn't it make you nervous to get engaged before you've ever lived in the same city? You don't even know. Like, you still do the whole weekend thing, like honeymoon phase. Never living in the same city before you get engaged is, woo, that is scary.
Well, he's never had a girlfriend ever, so this is all new. And if you know, you know. Is that what they say?
Yeah, that's what
they say.
I never know.
That's what they say.
I was at my therapist yesterday talking about that.
I think you know.
Yeah.
What were you guys talking about?
Yesterday, it was her encouraging me because I start to feel guilty if I'm going on dates with multiple girls, like first or second dates. Not dating multiple girls because there is a difference.
Yes.
But if I'm just like, date this girl, see if I like her, if it's okay, whatever, go on a date with somebody else. And mostly going on dates. She's like, you shouldn't feel guilty.
Yeah,
like,
play on.
She's like, you're not even being a player. She's like, you're just trying to find somebody that you like. And there's nothing wrong with that because I do have a bit of guilt that starts to set in where I'm like, I don't know. It's like, it's not a deal. You're not lying. If you're not lying to anybody, then you're not being dishonest with anyone. So that was part of it yesterday. And then she goes, feelings come and go. You should feel every one of them that come by. Because I struggle with going too high or too low. Always right in the middle. She's like, feelings come and go. You should let feeling hits, but then it moves on.
So how do you not feel? I mean, I get that you like to stay in the middle and you don't.
I don't like to stay in the middle.
But I just feel so. I mean, and I get that we're wired differently, but I feel so much. All the things like I feel extremes. I feel the. So how do you not feel?
Because I've had to protect myself from feelings for so long. I don't get too low because that affects me working. I've built the shell around me where nothing makes me go up, nothing makes me go down. I stay the same the whole time. I would like to be able to go up, and to be able to go up, you have to go down too. You don't just get to experience the highs without opening yourself up all the way.
Right.
So I told her, I said, I watched Modern Love and I cried, and I don't ever cry. And she was like, why do you think that is? And then I was like, well, the first episode's about a guy who's like a father figure, and that got me. And the second one's about a relationship and how they were together and not together, and they got back together, and it was like, regardless of what happened, they were probably getting. I was like, that got me. And she was like, okay, you know what? And then we dug in on that. She's great. I told her yesterday too, my therapist, I said, hey, I don't know that enjoying is the word, but I'm really getting a lot from this. Why are you laughing?
I was picturing you being like, I'm really enjoying this. Do you want to go on a date?
You always take it there, don't you?
You wouldn't date her.
You've done it before.
Is she older
Yeah.
or okay?
And I will only go to a female therapist. I went to a guy for a little bit. I just was raised by all women, and part of me only feels safe and secure with women.
Yeah.
Grandma was my mom for a long time. My mom was my mom for a little bit. All women all the time. Even in that world, it's all women. Sometimes I wish she'd nestle me in her bosom and.
Okay, see, I say one thing and then you take it way
joking.
too far.
I'm
joking
kidding.
too.
Oh, you were?
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
of course.
Mike D, good luck, bro. I'm rooting for you. Don't leave the show though.
Wait, you just said you would help
I would help
him
him do his own show, but don't leave the show just. You know what? Don't listen to me.
Don't leave the show for love.
Right.
Leave the
Yeah.
show
Don't
for
listen to me. As I'm
because-
saying that out loud, I catch myself saying that, and I'm like, you know what? That's not right. You leave the show for where your heart tells you to go.
Right.
That's the answer right there. You feel and follow that feeling. Boom. All right. Matt's Morgan number 2's judge. Were you judging me right now or no?
No, I'm not judging you at all.
Okay. What's up?
I'm just listening to you. I'm taking it all in.
Okay. There you go. We all have our struggles here. Morgan number 2 and I most are going to 2 different therapists and then comparing notes some nights. Matt Stell prayed for you, Bobby Bone Show. Thank you guys. Elizabeth, what's happening with you?
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. You're on. What's happening?
I just had a quick question for you. You talk so much about yourself on the show. What would one thing, if you could change anything about your life, what would it be? One thing about yourself.
Well, physical or emotional? Because first of all, I go get rid of this bird chest. That's tough. I'm built like a 12-year-old boy and have been my whole life, and I hate it. But, it is what it is. I've accepted me for me, but I would change it if I could. So physically...
I would go more emotional than physically.
Well, something that I'm really working on is I'm trying to respond rather than react. I think so much with me, somebody says something or something happens, and I'm like, boom, let's go, on. Feel good, feel bad, move on. Instead, I'm trying to gauge it a bit and go, okay, this is a situation that happened. Let me give myself a little space to think about this and not jump out in a super positive way or super negative way, but let me take a second and see how I'd really feel. So I don't want to be like a reptile. I've made that comparison before. Reptiles live on just making quick decisions based on their immediate surroundings all the time. I don't want to do that, and I'm working on that right now. So I would say I'm trying to respond better, and I'm trying to do some bench press. Those are the 2 things that I'm really working on myself for right now. And I'm in therapy to try to. I'm going to a relationship therapist without a relationship, which I think is new from my counselor. Because mostly there are 2 chairs in her office that look at each other. They ain't looking at anybody. There's nobody there. I'm just sitting there staring at nobody. But we both have a goal in mind. I'm a very goal-oriented person. By the way, there's nothing I can't do. And so I will do this too because I've committed myself to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there you go. How about all that? Anything else?
No, that answered my question perfectly.
Well, what about you, Elizabeth? What would you change? About you, not me. What would you change about you, Elizabeth?
If I were to change anything, it wouldn't be my family. It wouldn't be anything of that kind of sort. But I went through an experience about 10 years ago And if I could change anything, that completely changed who I am as a person.
You know, I
If I
often
could change
wonder,
that, I would.
you know, you bring something up. You know, they have these pills or this shock that they can make you forget certain things they talk about. Where do you fall on that, Amy? If they go, you know, I can eliminate any bad memory that you want from yourself.
For me personally, the stuff that I've been through that has left like trauma in me, I've grown from it. Like it's molded me into who I am. So I would keep it, but I haven't experienced a kind where, you know, maybe I could imagine going through some stuff where it's just best if you just never have to know that you ever went through that again.
You bring up a good point because I'm someone who now at 39 years old goes, I'm really happy for how I grew up. And it was a struggle. I grew up really poor and, you know, I had a mom who died from addiction and I didn't know my dad my whole life. But I'm very glad that happened to me in the way now that I can empathize with other people who are sharing a similar experience.
Right.
So that I'm happy for. And I would go, not for me to eliminate because I am who I am based on what I have come through and from. However, if I could drop a few of those getting jumped or getting robbed at gunpoint, I'd drop that immediately. That did nothing of benefit for me.
Right. Except cause fear and anxiety.
And caused me to get on sleeping pills. And that messed me up for a while. Except nightmares forever.
Yeah. I mean, I think of things that like military have gone through or even stuff that, I mean, my husband have been serving in the Air Force for 12 years and going overseas for like literally 12 years. I know that he's seen and done stuff. I'm sure like even for him, stuff that he can't even really talk to anybody about.
Like what secret stuff has he told you?
I don't know.
Let us know.
I don't know, but I know there's guys in a way different position as him. They literally feel like they have nobody to talk to, and there's so much PTSD and different things surrounding that. Like, I don't know. I feel like that would be something like if our military could offer that to people, because it's no benefit. Some stuff they've seen does nothing to help them other than to maybe empathize with other soldiers that have gone through the same thing and hopefully carry them through it.
I mean, and that's where I think I find my worth is that I've been through some crap, but other people have too, and other people are about to.
Mm-hmm.
And I can go, oh, yeah, it sucks. I'm not saying it doesn't suck, but I'm probably weaker than you, and I got through it, so you can do it too.
Right.
So, but that's all. Those stories are always interesting to me if they can eliminate parts of your life. The heavy trauma stuff where you learn nothing from it, like you can sign me up for that all day.
Right.
Just not for me. But the struggle, you know, ends up making you who you are.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to be? You want to be Oprah? You want to be Prince Charles? You want to be Oprah?
Yeah.
Prince Charles has no understanding of what it's like to fight or struggle or have to work for something. And they're both super rich and never have to work again in their life. But Oprah actually values and understands what it's like to come through stuff. I would much rather be Oprah than Prince Charles. That's me anyway. There you go. Is it weird that I'd rather be a girl than a guy? Does that cross anybody's mind? Hey, thank you for the call. Appreciate that, Elizabeth. If you guys want to hop on, you know how to get us. 877-77-BOBBY. Thank you so much.
Want to join in on a topic? Yeah. Call the show at 1-877-77-BOBBY.
You know, I've been hesitant to talk about this because I don't want it to happen anymore. But I was showing Morgan number 2 a picture during the break, too. Women are starting to come to my parking garage sign out in the garage and lift their shirts up and take pictures by it.
No, they're not.
Do you want to?
I want to see.
No, Lunchbox.
How do you know?
Because I'm getting direct messages of them doing it.
What?
Yeah. I got one just a minute ago. Come over here.
There's more than one?
Yeah. It's become like a thing.
Bones, they just did it a minute ago?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Look, 26 minutes ago, I got this picture. Yeah. Tell me I'm lying.
You're not lying.
Yeah.
How do they look, Amy?
I don't know where it's on my cousin or anything.
Wow.
Are they hotties?
So I have a parking spot with a sign on it here at the building, and now women are coming in. It's a thing like tourists.
It's going to be a challenge.
Come to
a
town
viral
and
challenge.
they lift their shirt up next to my parking garage sign.
Wow.
Dang.
That's weird.
You know you made it.
I don't do I?
I don't know.
Do I
I've never
know I
heard of
made
such
it?
a thing.
I haven't either. Yeah, so you know what else I was thinking about you the other day?
Yeah. That made you think
What
of me?
else?
Yeah, because I knew how you'd react.
Okay.
You'd be like, that's so weird.
It's just so bizarre.
I just have a couple of stories I was thinking about you.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is this new VH1 show called Cartel Crew.
Ooh, tell me more.
Well, it's El Chapo's wife is going to join this show.
Is it Cartel Wives?
So the woman married to El Chapo is about to make her debut on American TV. Should we glamorize?
No, we shouldn't. But what time?
It's going to be highly entertaining.
I am intrigued as to what it's like to be the significant other of such a person, to where I think even if you want out, you fear that he may take your life because of what you know, or are they capable of actually really loving you? Because something is psychopathic about them, to where they just, people that can just murder people like that, like the cartel people, like something's missing, something's off. So like I would feel like if I was married to you, like, well, if I leave you, you might murder me, so I'm just going to stay.
Well, but she is only famous because he murdered people.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
And now she gets to use the fame from him murdering people to make money for her.
Kind of weird.
I'm not above being entertained by it, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm just talking it out here.
Right.
But is El Chapo going to be okay with her going on TV?
He's
in jail.
Oh, yeah, okay. He doesn't have connections.
I don't know. I read about that. Well, I'm sure he has connections. I don't think he's very connected to them right now.
Yeah.
To his people that are like, how could he get them a message?
Maybe his attorneys, if he's talking to his attorneys, who knows? But
yeah.
Would you watch this show?
Probably. I may tune in once just to see.
I thought about you when I saw it. But you know what's super sad is I wasn't able to go to my friend's wedding in Mexico because I'm flying to Portland. I got to do some American Idol stuff that I contractually obligated, so I can't go to the wedding. And I had said, and I felt this way, but there was also a little bit of hyperbole where I was joking a bit too, where I don't want to go to Mexico. Didn't seem safe to me. I don't want to land in an airplane, have to drive across town or wherever. And
it's an hour drive from the airport.
And then somebody went to a wedding too. They got murdered yesterday. 9 Americans.
Was that the family?
Yes.
The headline, it's not like I would categorize in this, but I didn't know why. I didn't know why that was there because it just said Mormon family murdered by cartel.
Going to a wedding in Mexico.
I only saw the headline, but what?
I think they were confused for someone else is what one of the stories said, but I don't know. But we had just been talking about it, and so many listeners had sent me the link going, hey.
How do you confuse this cute? It was like children.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
But it's stuff like that where I go, cartel, that's as brutal and as awful as it possibly gets. And yet here's the wife of the leader of the biggest getting to be famous now because of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like following OJ on Twitter.
Maybe I shouldn't watch it. Does she really get paid if she doesn't get paid? I won't follow her or anything.
You're just talking right now. Amy's doing a complete monologue. But following OJ on Twitter. The guy killed 2 people.
Yeah, and people are entertained by that.
He lost a civil case. Before you text me and go, no, he lost a civil case. Yeah. So again, all of that. But I was thinking about you walking backward. We had talked about the wedding, and so many listeners sent me that link. I wanted to bring it up.
God, so sad.
The El Chapo show, but mostly the girls flashing their boobs by my parking sign out there.
Amazing.
Weird.
We still haven't seen it.
I don't think he's going to show you, Lunchbox.
Morgan number 2 saw it. She's giggling. You saw it, right?
Yeah, you showed it to me.
Yeah, okay. Well, Dirk Bentley Living, Bobby Bone Show. What, Amy?
Nothing. It's just funny.
877-77 Bobby. 877-77 Bobby. If you want to call and talk, say what's up.